Adam Griffith is likely not going to play today, just to heal himself up. So J.K. Scott will boom the opening kick into the end zone. Detrez Newsome will make the grab, and he downs it in the end zone. So the Crimson Tide will go to defense now as Troy Mitchell, a junior from Houston, Texas, will begin to operate the Catamount offense. The Catamounts, by the way, any form of wild cat, a lynx or a cougar, and those kind of cats roam the southern Appalachian Mountains where Western Carolina is located. 1st and 10 now for the Catamounts. Darius Ramsey is the setback to the right side of his quarterback. Play action to him. Quarterback rolls and throws right and complete to Willie Police. Troy Mitchell rolled to the right, but Police was there to have it off his fingertips for a second, but then let it roll away.
Yeah,
incomplete.
Willie Police, one of the slot receivers, and he went down, broke a route out. Troy Mitchell put it on the money. That was a clean drop by Police.
And again, their starting wide receiver, Terrion Robinson, is injured, as now the quarterback looks right, throws, and is hit as he goes, and sails that one all the way onto his sideline. Jonathan Allen was there. They were looking towards the right side, but intended for Spearman Robinson, but it was nowhere close to him because Jonathan Allen busted through, and that's going to be a storyline today. Bama's going to be able to hustle the quarterback
and
with penetration.
As has often been the case, when they put a single receiver to one side, they usually try to isolate him one-on-one, and that's exactly what they did on that 2nd and 10.
2 wide to the right, 1 to the left on a 3rd and 10 from their own 25. Quick swing out to the right side. Ramsey's got it. He'll lose the ball as he is tackled. Picked up by Alabama. The Crimson Tide's got it. Going the other way. Trade DePriest brings it back inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. So a fumble on the recovery by Trade DePriest after what was nearly a first down pass and run for the Catamounts.
Yeah, Darius Ramsey had a big head of speed, and it looked like he was really trying to lunge for the sticks. The ball came loose, and Trey DePriest was able to pick it up. I think the officials are going to take a look at this just to confirm that it was a fumble.
Let's check in with Chris Stewart.
Eli, everybody stopped. I think what the officials are talking about right now, somebody blew a whistle. And I think that's why everybody hesitated, and now they're trying to maybe evaluate exactly where the ball should be placed, because you can't advance it if a whistle blows, but if there's a clear recovery, then Alabama does indeed have possession.
Mark Spear, the head coach, is out there pleading the Catamounts case. It is a clear fumble.
During the play, there was an inadvertent whistle while the ball was loose. Western Carolina has chosen to replay the down at their option. It's 3rd down.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's an interesting ruling, and of course that is technically what happens on an inadvertent whistle. The down is replayed, and that's what Mark Spear, that's why he was consulted. So the Bama defense has to go back on the field and get a stop here at 3rd and 10.
So in the first minute of play, here's a 3rd down and 10 for the Catamounts. Troy Mitchell, who has started 25 of the last 33 games, works out of the shotgun. Ramsey is to his left. 2 wides left and 1 to the right side. Here's the snap, play action fake. Mitchell looks, everybody covers. He'll roll right and throw. It's caught for a first down to the 37 by Spearman Robinson. So on a do-over, as we used to call it on the streets of Brooklyn, they convert the first down instead of it being Bama ball going the other way.
Yeah, Spearman Robinson ran down and hooked up right at the sticks, and Troy Mitchell was able to put it on him.
Now an inside handoff. Darius Ramsey stacked up by Jonathan Allen after a pickup of a couple. Bama nearly caught off guard there on that quick snap by the Catamounts. Here now is the snap back. Mitchell throws near side. Catch is made by Carnoris Benson. He'll work near side and then get forced out by Cyrus Jones at the 45-yard line.
Yeah,
so
again,
this hurry-up offense.
And that's a feature of this Catamount offense. They get a receiver to the wide side of the field, throw a back shoulder fade, post corner. They have a full assortment of individual cuts for a single receiver.
That was a 22-yard pickup. Wide outs either way now on a 1st and 10 from the 41 of Alabama. Mitchell Audibles, Tyler Sexton, the tight end, is in. He'll roll left. Mitchell looks, throws over the top, and he has a man caught the ball inside the 10 at the 9. That's Carnoris Benson. He beat Cyrus Jones in the man-to-man coverage over the shoulder grab, and that's a pickup of 31 after the 22-yard gain seconds ago.
Yeah, Western Carolina, again, the play-action fake and then the shot downfield. These skilled players can play a little bit, and they've shown it already here in this first drive.
Here now on a 1st and goal from the 9. Inside give, Darius Ramsey gets to the 7-yard line before Jaron Reed stops him. I'll tell you, on that last play, that Carnoris Benson reception, that was a nice play.
It was a nice throw and an over-the-shoulder catch by Benson. And remember, their best receiver, Terrion Robinson, is out this afternoon.
DJ Petway comes in. Alabama doing additional changes. Now they get caught with the wrong personnel on the field. The secondary is in disarray. Here's the throw out into the right flat. It's caught there, and trying to burrow his way in, Willie Police, but Landon Collins came up to make the stop at the 3. It'll be 3rd and goal from there. Man, Bama's D was going in every which direction but right, and they nearly yielded the touchdown.
Yeah, pickup of 6 there on a swing or bubble pass to the wide side of the field, and now Western Carolina, you got to figure that they're in 2-down territory with nothing to lose here at 7-4 on the season.
Dylan Lee checks into the lineup. Lake is in. Quarterback Troy Mitchell wants timeout. Doesn't like the defense that he sees. And he will call
Western Carolina.
the first timeout of the ball game for Western Carolina's Catamounts. So, Phil, this one not starting off the way the Tide had hoped after that interception, or rather the recovery of the fumble that was whistled dead because of that inadvertent whistle, which Nick Saban is still, I might add, complaining about on the field to referee Ken Williamson. All of a sudden they've moved down the field.
Yeah, he's going back, and he's really given the head official an earful there. But Eli, let's talk about these receivers for Western Carolina. We just saw Carnoris Benson, 6'1", 205 pounds. We mentioned Terrion Robinson being out, so Spearman Robinson, 6'4", 215 pounds. So they have some size on the perimeter, and they were able to take advantage of that on the outsides in those one-on-one situations.
And by the way, if you're curious, Rule 4, Paragraph 1 says an inadvertent whistle if in the player's possession, team may take the ball at the spot where blown dead or replay the down in the case of a turnover. So, indeed, the correct call by Ken Williamson. He'll be 3rd and goal from 3 yards away. Police and Benson wide to the near side. They'll bring another man in motion from the far to the near. That's Spearman rolling that way, firing the football. It is caught. End zone touchdown. Spearman Robinson. A 3-yard throw. Troy Mitchell to Spearman Robinson for a Catamount touchdown.
And again, they use the athleticism of Troy Mitchell. They move him by design to the left as he rolls to his left, and Spearman Robinson with that size, 6'4", 205 pounds, goes down, curls it up right at the goal line, and Mitchell puts it on him for the touchdown.
Now Richard Sigmund in to attempt the extra point at the uprights to our left. It is good. And the Catamounts charge off the field, chest bumping as they go, waving their fists in the air, jumping as though they've just won the Southern Conference Championship, because touchdowns by that group against a team such as Alabama is very, very rare. And Western Carolina leads by a score of 7-0. That's something I don't believe I've ever said in my time behind the microphone.
No, you haven't,
Alabama
because
always led.
In the 3 previous meetings, the total amount of points, 153-6. So now it is 153-13. So let's see how this Alabama offense responds. But Eli, you can see the reason why the spread is so popular, because with inferior offensive line play and an athletic quarterback with big receivers, you can move the football against an Alabama team, at least on the first drive of the afternoon.
Richard Sigmund getting set to kick it away. Landon Collins, Christian Jones, the deep men. Christian along the near side, Landon across the way. Sigmund to kick it right to left. It's a short high kick. Xavier Dixon lets it go behind him, and it's taken by Collins, who comes up, gets down the left sideline, and it is Sigmund, the kicker, who'll put him down at the 49-yard line. So Landon Collins came up, made the catch on the go on that short kick, and then was put down by the kicker Sigmund at the midfield stripe. So Alabama now going to work. First and 10. Nice 30-yard return there by Landon Collins.
Yeah, that was a good job by the outfielder coming in and calling the infielder off the ball to catch it on the move, and Landon Collins gets it out to the 48-yard line for Alabama.
As mentioned earlier, we are not likely to see any of T.J. Yeldon today, nor DeAndrew White. Derrick Henry is the man starting, but here's the toss on the end around to Amari Cooper. He'll come near side, crossing midfield down to the 48-yard line of the Catamounts. It'll be a 2nd and 8 from there after Fred Payne, the right cornerback, made the stop.
Yeah, Amari Cooper came racing across the bow of Blake Sims, and he does that little tap pass. That's something that West Virginia used against Clemson to the tune of 70-plus points in the Orange Bowl a few years ago.
Hand off to Derrick Henry. He'll rumble through the Catamount defense, get inside the 35 to the 34, and a first down. Leon Brown and Ryan Kelly, the lead blockers on that 13-yard gainer.
Yeah, 2 years ago when Bama played Western Carolina, they scored 5 consecutive times to open the game. Let's see what happens here today.
Our Darius Stewart checks in. He's one of 2 wideouts to the left. There's 1 wide receiver, Cam Sims, to the near side. Bama's offense looks to the near sideline. They'll get the play being relayed in. The play clock at 10, 9. Sims in the shotgun. Has Henry to his right. On the give, Derrick then stumbles and goes down as he crossed the 35-yard line. It'll lose a yard, the play will. There are some divots on the field that were dug up during last week's game against Mississippi State, but those divots have been filled in. They have been overseeded, so it looks like there are divots out there, but really there are not. It's just that we can see them due to the overseeding as they maintained the field after last week's game. That trip had nothing to do with any problems whatsoever with the field. Here now the throw, Sims, screen near side, Stewart, and Ardarius makes the grab but gets back to that original line of scrimmage. It'll be a 3rd down and 10 now facing Alabama.
Of course, Alabama comes in 5th in America in 3rd down conversions, 51.7% on the season, and Blake Sims has done it oftentimes with his legs. Let's see if he tries to do it first, though, through the air.
On a 3rd and 10, we have played 5 1/4 minutes of this opening period. Alabama down 7-0. Amari Cooper in motion to the far side. Man-to-man coverage on him by the D. Sims throws, finds a man loose in the middle, and Cooper wrestles it in for the first down to the 20-yard line. He had coverage on him by Christian Gill, but I'll take Cooper anytime against a middle linebacker.
Well, Amari Cooper working from a slotted position, and almost impossible to stop him when he runs that inside slant.
So it's a 1st and 10 now, officially the 21-yard line. Bama heading towards the end zone to our right. Derrick Henry lined up to the left side of his quarterback. 2 wides to the left and 1 to the near side. Defense backs off at the corners, playing Bama soft. Here's Sims, pumps, pulls it down, throws into the end zone, overthrows Amari, who was in double coverage with the ball still not catchable. Trey Morgan and Fred Payne were on the scene. And here comes O.J. Howard checking in for the Tide.
Yeah, and O.J. really is a mismatched player in this kind of game where the linebackers are really undersized for Western Carolina. So look for him to work that intermediate part of the field.
Bama playing a tight formation here. They fake the handoff, and now Sims goes down. He was already down, then he lost the ball. 2nd time at that very similar spot. We've seen a Bama player go down. Derrick Henry earlier, and now Blake Sims.
And that'll set up a long 3rd and 20 situation for the Tide. The footing, the grass is not loose, but it might be a little slick with that overseeding that you mentioned, Eli.
Yeah. Bama 1 of 1 in 3rd down conversions. They're 52% on the year. Here now, the 3rd and 19. Cooper in motion to the near side. Shotgun snap coming Sims' way. He's got it waist high. Pressure, he's got protection. Throws, caught. Cooper, first down, near side. Stays in bounds, down to the 4-yard line, and he is hurt. He is hurt, Amari Cooper. Comes up limping. It's a 27-yard pickup, but could be a very costly 27-yard pickup for Alabama. Cooper gets up, walks off under his own pressure, under his own power. Trainer Jeff Allen right there, but scary as Amari now walks to the near sideline.
He took a hit right on his left kneecap near the goal line, and actually was marked out at the 4-yard line, so he was out of bounds before that contact actually occurred. 2
wides left and 1 are Darius Stewart to the near side. We'll update you on Cooper shortly. First and goal from the 4. Sims rolls left, throws wide open. Touchdown, Cam Sims. His first touchdown as a Crimson Tider on his 5th reception of the year. And Bama is an extra point away from tying this one up. So Bama moves down the field relatively effortlessly. Now the kicker is going to be Gunnar Rayborn. Gunnar Rayborn, we were told earlier, would do the kicking today. He is a walk-on. Snap, placement are there. Kick is up, kick is good. And the walk-on, Gunnar Rayborn, does the placement and ties his football game at 7 apiece. 7:51 to go, opening quarter. 7-7 the score. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. The Bromberg's Rolex scoring drive, 9 plays, 52 yards in 4 minutes and 6 seconds. Meanwhile, Amari Cooper went off the field, albeit under his own power, and went to the attention of trainer Jeff Allen and Dr. Lyle Kane. Chris Stewart, what can you see?
As we speak, they've been talking to him. Coach Saban came over to get a word from him, but they did, as you said, look at the left knee on the training table. But again, they're talking to him right now as he sits on the exercise bike. He has not made any movement yet, but as you said, Jeff Allen and also Dr. Lyle Kane talking with him at the moment. We'll give you more as soon as we have it. But he's walking off of the, stepping off the bike right now. And I'm not sure, but I think, Eli, they may be headed towards the locker room to take a look at it further.
Goodness gracious. Let's hope for the very best. Here's the kick now. Detrez Newsome with the football from the 3. Finds an opening, gets out across the 20 to the 23-yard line, and that's where Western Carolina will be going to work now. 1st and 10. Alabama's Rashaan Evans there on special teams to make the stop.
Eli, since that play happened with Amari Cooper, I can't take my eyes off of him and the doctors and Jeff Allen, because that's the bigger story than actually what's happening on the field. Because without Amari Cooper, this Alabama offense would be compromised in a big way. Let's just hope, as you said, for the very best that he is A-OK, but I doubt we will see him the rest of the afternoon now.
1st and 10, Catamounts from their own 23. Swing pass to Detrez Newsome. He's got it out the near side. He'll turn the corner out to the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 2. Landon Collins, Reggie Ragland on the stop. Detrez Newsome, a true freshman from Rayford, North Carolina, who has appeared in 5 games in which he has scored 2 or more touchdowns this year. 3 wides right. He'll throw it on the right side of screen. It's too high and off the hands of Willie Police. Incomplete at the 30-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down upcoming from here.
A very familiar action by the Catamounts. They fake or use the zone read one direction, pull the ball and throw it quickly to the perimeter. But Willie Police, he dropped the first pass of the game. That time was an errant ball by Troy Mitchell, the quarterback.
They're 2 of 2 in 3rd down conversions. Troy Mitchell in the shotgun. 2 wides right, 1 to his left, running back to his left shoulder. Now Mitchell on the option. He'll pitch it out right side. Bama's there. Landon Collins reads it beautifully. And the running back on the pitch, along with Reggie Ragland, gets him and puts him down for a big loss. And it's going to be a 4th down and 5 now, and timeout being signaled by our referee as a flag is down as they unpile across the way. Ken Williamson will tell us all about it here. He is the referee today. Still confabbing long distance with his fellow officials.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct fouls. Number 8 of the offense, number 4 of the defense. Those penalties offset. 4th down.
Eddie Jackson for Alabama. Spearman Robinson of Western Carolina. So the Catamounts will punt it away.
Well, I'm sure Spearman Robinson, after he scored a touchdown on Western Carolina's first drive, he's probably a little confident right now in some of that chatter that takes place between corners and wide receivers. But I tell you, like going back to the 2011 LSU game when the Tigers victimized Alabama with the lead option, since that time, Alabama has absolutely stoned any type of option play. You just can't have success against this defense running that type of scheme.
Blake Metcalf will punt this one away on a double hop taken by Alabama. Brought to the near side by Christian Jones. He'll stutter step at the 50 and get thrown out of bounds, and that's going to be a late flag. A late hit on the exuberant special teams play by the Catamounts to that nice run back. Will have a personal foul tacked on to it.
Yeah, Christian Jones got that ball all the way to midfield. I believe it was Carnoris Benson who was in coverage but doubles as a receiver.
Personal foul, kicking team number 14. The penalty is 15 yards from the end of the run. 1st down.
And indeed, Carnoris Benson goes off to get an earful from his coach, Mark Spear. We've got timeout, 6:25 to go in the first. Bama and Western Carolina tied at 7. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Chris Stewart, what you got on the sidelines?
Eli Amari, as you said, did come running out. He's got a black brace, a small kind of a sleeve on that left knee right now. But he is putting the receiver's gloves back on, I believe.
Wonderful. Johnston Fowler in the running back slot now. Gets the handoff, goes up the middle. Huge hole, big run down to the 22-yard line. Nothing fancy, just follow Ari Quanjo and Leon Brown, and look out. A pickup of 12 on the play for Johnston Fowler.
Well, Johnston Fowler gets his chance to be the feature back today in terms of he and Derrick Henry sharing reps behind not here, TJ Yeldon.
Now play action fake, the throw near side. Ardarius Stewart, nicely done, makes a grab and manages to stay in bounds at the 6-yard line. It'll be a 1st down, Alabama. Trey Morgan and Ace Clark were there, but the great catch on a 16-yard throw by Blake Sims.
And Ardarius Stewart did an excellent job of catching the ball first, keeping his feet in bounds second.
Now from the 6, 1st and goal. Blake Sims has Cam Sims along with Christian Jones split wide left. Here's the give. Fowler inside, up the middle, trips over a man and goes down at the 2. It'll be 2nd and goal from there. One of the guys just kind of lost his footing and Johnston tripped over him. Now Brian Vogler is in. Derrick Henry checks in. Cam Sims goes left. Ardarius Stewart to the near side. Backs are in the eye. Play action fake. Blake Sims rolls right. He avoids a tackler, throws back through defense, and it is incomplete towards Ardarius Stewart. Fred Payne running around with his arms outstretched as though he had something to do with that pass going off the mark.
Yeah, that's one of those play action fakes, and it's either open right away or almost a throwaway, because if the play gets extended, there's nothing but trouble throwing it back to the inside, and that's what Blake did. He got away with one there.
Speaking of trouble, Brandon Green is now in. Brian Vogler, O.J. Howard, Johnston Fowler. They fake the toss. Sims rolls left. He's got running room. He's not going to be able to get there, though, as they've overcommitted, did Christian Gill, and stopped the run. and it's going to be a 4th and goal from a couple yards away. It was there for a moment, but not enough. And Gunnar Raybon is going to come in to attempt his first field goal as a Crimson Tider. Again, the regular kicker, Adam Griffith, getting this day off. Make sure he's nice and healthy down the stretch. We've got what is basically an extra point here, a 21-yard field goal attempt by the walk-on, Gunnar Raybon. The snapper is Cole Mazza. The holder is Cooper Bateman. The kick. It is up, and it is good. So a 21-yard field goal by Gunnar Raybon. And Alabama takes the 10-7 lead. 4 minutes, 8 seconds remaining in the opening opening quarter of play. That scoring drive, the Bromberg's Rolex scoring drive, 6 plays, 31 yards in 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Now J.K. Scott to punt it away to Detrez Newsome and Stefan Hill. Newsome across the way, Hill to the near side. A bit of a short kick. Hill comes out at the 5 to the 15, angles right into the second phase, and then buried under the Alabama defense, and flags are on the play. Reuben Foster with a big-time hit. But again, there are flags on the play. We'll hear.
Getting the return, blocking the back, receiving team, number 32. The penalty is 10 yards.
All right, here comes a 1st and 10 from their own 15 for the Catamounts. Troy Mitchell, swing pass out to the near side. Ramsey is there. He'll get out across the 15 and to the 17 he goes before he is stacked up on the play. It'll be a gain of 2. It'll be a 2nd down and 8. Reggie Ragland, of whom we have bragged much over the last few games, much of the season actually, there to make the stop.
Well, that's what separates him from being a good player to a great player. He can run and range from the inside out, and he delivered a blow to Darius Ramsey.
The lights are on. It is an overcast day here, temperature in the low 60s. 2 wides either way, a high snap. Mitchell brings it down, throws it through the hands of his intended receiver, Willie Police. So Willie has not had a good day.
Willie's going to be sent from the police department to the fire department with those hands. He's had 2 drops already.
Yeah.
And he side adjusted. Troy Mitchell picked it up, threw it over the head of Landon Collins, who was on the blitz, and police were unable to gather it in.
3:23 remaining opening quarter. Alabama leads 10-7 over Western Carolina. Here's a 3rd and 8 play now. Catamounts at their own 17. Bama defense comes up, shows blitz. There they put pressure on the quarterback, who fade routes one over to the far side. It is out of bounds and not caught in any event. Spearman Robinson had coverage of Eddie Jackson over there, and the ball was incomplete. And as I said, the blitz was coming, and Troy Mitchell really had to unload the ball in a hurry. So Bama's going to get it back to hopefully set up the next touchdown.
Yeah, this Bama defense now more dialed in to this offense than that first drive, and give credit to Kirby Smart and, of course, the overwhelming ability of the guys in the crimson jerseys versus these Catamounts.
Maybe sometimes you have to get slapped around by the opponent like they did. I don't want to call it a wake-up call. That wouldn't be right, but maybe it's, hey, these guys aren't that bad. Let's, get ready. Here's the punt by Blake Metcalf. Caught by Alabama's Christian Jones. He penetrates Catamount territory. He's to the 40, and again, outstanding field position to start this drive for the Alabama Crimson Tide. A 35-yard punt and an 11-yard return. Now Jalston Fowler checks in. He'll go wide left. The throw out to Ardarius Stewart, complete on the left side. He'll fight up the left sideline and go to the 30 for a first down. Great job by Ardarius Stewart. The youngster out of Fultondale is going to be a lot of fun to watch, I believe, over these next few years.
Well, this is a glimpse of the future for Alabama fans in terms of Cam Sims and Ardarius Stewart getting the bulk of the playtime now with what apparently will be a shelved Amari Cooper for the rest of the day.
Here's Blake Sims, play action, throws towards the end zone. It is intercepted by the Catamounts, and that is a touchback. Bama had miscommunication there, or else the throw was so badly over everybody's head. But Trey Morgan was the only man deep in the end zone, and he caught it for the intercept and then ran it out of bounds for the touchback.
Yeah, that was Alabama's play action shot downfield, and Blake Sims thought he was going to have a receiver cutting to the middle of the field. That did not happen. He launches the ball down the middle, and Trey Morgan comes up with the interception in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 for the Catamounts.
That is his 6th interception of the year and his 7th of his career. He is now leading the Southern Conference in interceptions. Our Darius Stewart just stopped running at about the 5, so that's why I'm saying there had to have been a miscommunication there. 1st and 10, Catamounts from their own 20. Newsom, play action. The throw comes to the near side, caught by Carnoris Benson. He'll get out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cyrus Jones and Nick Perry combining on the stop. It'll be a 2nd down and 4 now upcoming for Western Carolina. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Alabama leads 10-7. 2 wides right and 1 to the left. Out of the pistol formation, Troy Mitchell throws across the middle, intercepted Cyrus Jones, and then dropped. Flag is on the play. Cyrus had his 3rd interception of the year in his hands, and now an Alabama injury. Ashawn Robinson went down grabbing his right knee. Maybe just a cramp. They came in and rubbed it quickly, and he gets up and limps to the near sidelines. Not a heavy limp, but just enough. Again, there is a flag down right after Cyrus Jones had that ball and dropped it.
Personal foul, chop block, offense number 61 and 67 in a high-low combination. The penalty is half the distance to the goal. 2nd down.
Jake Thornton and Brandon Berridge, Chris, responsible for Ashawn's issues.
Yeah, you're right, Eli. They call the chop block, and that's what Ashawn was signaling. He was showing the back of his leg and back behind his knee where he got hit. I think he's mad more than anything, but he's able to walk it off right now, thankfully.
And at 6'4", 320, you don't want to get that big bear mad at you.
Yeah, Ashawn right over the center, between the center and the guard. The guard pulled.
Oh, man, in 61.
The center actually did go at the back of his legs.
Right
there.
at the back of his knee. Wow. Here's a 2nd and long now for the Catamounts. Empty backfield as Newsom vacates a throw across the middle. Caught by Benson. He is then gang tackled by Alabama as he picks up 5 on the play, but it'll still be 3rd and about 13 facing the Catamounts here with 1:32 to go in the 1st quarter, and Alabama leading 10-7. Man, that was a vicious hit by the center Thornton on the back of Ashawn Robinson's knee. Uncalled for.
He was blocking back to protect that A-gap on the backside of a run, but he went low.
Yeah.
And then the tackle, who really didn't intentionally get engaged with Ashawn Robinson, but it's a bad play by the center for Western Carolina.
Catamounts 2 of 4 in 3rd down conversions. Here's a 3rd and 13 from their own 17. Quarterback throws near side over everybody's head, incomplete. Looking for Carnoris Benson at around the 40, but Geno Smith had him covered deep, and another man had him covered short, and that one was uncatchable in any event. And Alabama's going to get it back with outstanding field position here.
Well, Eli, this is supposed to be one of those games that's a tune-up, if you will, for the Iron Bowl, and I'm sitting here with knots in my stomach watching Amari Cooper and Ashawn Robinson go off this field with what presumably are minor injuries.
Now for the first time today, Destry Barnwell in to attempt the punt. He'll boom this one away from Christian Jones. He'll go laterally, mishandles it off his shoulder pads, and it goes out of bounds inside the Bama 40 at about the 37-yard line. So the Crimson Tide will start from that location, 1st and 10, with 46 seconds remaining in this quarter. A 45-yard punt and no return. So Alabama with the lead and the football. Today's game being brought to you in part by Coke Zero. There's no such thing as too much to ask. With real Coke taste and 0 calories, you can enjoy everything. So here's to enjoying everything, brought to you by Coke Zero. Here's Blake Sims on the handoff up the middle. Derrick Henry. He'll fight and carry the pile forward for a first down to the Alabama 48-yard line. Nothing fancy, just some power playing right there.
Well, this is the kind of opponent that you can really clean up your run game in terms of your assignments. They play a 4-man front. They're undersized at the linebacker level, and I'm a little surprised that Bama hasn't taken advantage of that more in the early going here.
27 seconds to go in the quarter. Sims to Henry behind the big blocking on the left side. He'll get 3 as he gets down to the Catamount 48-yard line. Nice blocking on the left side. Cam Robinson doing a good job sealing everything off there. We are done with the first quarter of play. Alabama with a 10-7 lead over the Catamounts. We continue from homecoming in Tuscaloosa right after this on the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. All right, here we go now. Alabama on a 2nd down and 7 play. Sims under his center. Single setback. Jalston Fowler. Big hole up the middle. He'll get 7 yards down to the 40 and a first down. First down for Jalston Fowler, Leon Brown, Ryan Kelly, among others, with the lead blocks there. They also had Brandon Green in there, who again at 6'5", 304 is a load, regardless of where you come from.
Because of Jalston Fowler's versatility, he's been able to play a lot of different positions here at Alabama, but I do think he could be a runner at the next level.
Yeah, a full back body, certainly. Here's Sims now, looks left, throws, quick completion, Ardarius Stewart. He is hit and then forced out of bounds at the 31-yard line. An 8-yard gain on the play. Ardarius Stewart, a redshirt freshman from Fultondale, Alabama. He was 2A All-State when he came out of high school, Phil.
I'll tell you what I like about him. When he catches the ball, he's instantly quick in terms of the catch and get up the field, and that time he picked up some additional yardage, sets up this 2nd and 3.
He's wide right. Cam Sims is wide left. Blake Sims under his center, Ryan Kelly. Fowler the setback. Jalston handoff, comes left behind the big block of the tight end O.J. Howard. He'll get the first down to the 26-yard line before Caleb Hawkins goes laterally to put him away. By O.J. Howard at 6'6", 240, the young man out of Autauga County High School in the Prattville area. He can really seal off that side for you, can he?
Yeah, he really can. Of course, Jalston Fowler, I mentioned a minute ago, a lot of pro scouts have told me they see him as the Swiss Army knife for this Alabama team. Fullback, running back, H-back, he can do it all.
He's going to the bench. Derrick Henry is in. Henry gets the handoff, and he'll fight his way forward down to the 17-yard line behind Ryan Kelly and Leon Brown. It's close to the first down. It'll be 2nd and about a half yard. They'll give him 9.5 where they spot the football. Just getting going, 2nd quarter. Bama leads 10-7. 3 wides right, 1 to the left. Inside give, first down Derrick Henry as he plunges across the 15 to the 13-yard line. It'll be a 1st and 10 from there. You know, this crowd is filled in beautifully. Other than the student section, which has a few empty seats near the upper reaches, this really has turned out to be a great crowd today. Here now, Bama. Sims, the quarterback, keeps it, goes right, lunges forward, gets to the 10. A 2-yard pickup on the play. It'll be a 2nd down and 8 upcoming. Ace Clark and Bryson Jordan were there, among others, to tackle the elusive Alabama quarterback.
Yeah, a lot of fans in many cases getting a chance to come to Bryant-Denny Stadium for the first time in their lives. It's always a thrill to go to your first major college football game.
9th play of the drive. Hey, it's a thrill to come to your 300th, whatever it might be. The give, Derrick Henry right through the sleeve, inside the 5. He fights his way in. He's in for a touchdown. Derrick Henry on a 2nd and 8 play from the 10-yard line, found the seam, and then fought his way in for a touchdown.
Well, those little catamounts didn't have a chance of stopping that raging bull, Derrick Henry. He got it on the move, broke several tackles, and waltzes his way into the crimson-colored end zone for an Alabama touchdown.
Now Gunnar Raybon to the extra point, and he is perfect on the day. We've got timeout, 12:31 remaining in the opening half of play. Alabama leads 17-7. I love your colorful descriptions there, my friend. The crimson-colored end zone embracing the Bama running back. That Bromberg's Rolex scoring drive, 9 plays, 63 yards in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. And Alabama's lead now is 17-7. Today's game being brought to you in part by Hyundai, a proud supporter of college football and a proud supporter of loyal fans everywhere. Hey, don't forget the Iron Bowl. You're not going to forget. Who am I kidding? The Iron Bowl next week. Broadcast time 3:45. Is that correct? 3:45. Yes? 3:30. I had a feeling we'd change that. 3:30 is the air time for the 6:45 kickoff. Alabama and Auburn next Saturday, 3:30 in the afternoon. Hope you can join us right here on the Crimson Tide Sports Network. J.K. Scott to kick it off. Stephen Hill and Detrez Newsome watch it go into the end zone, and Hill will down it there. Oh, and by the way, and Tom Roberts, you might want to chime in, this week, Hey Coach and the Nick Saban Show is not on Thursday because nobody's pushing back from the table to join the show, so you've moved the show.
That's right. We move it to Wednesday night, 6:30 to 8. Hey Coach and the Nick Saban Show, live from Bob's Victory Grill here in Tuscaloosa.
So I hope you can tune in. Those of you who are always attending or like to listen in, make a note of that. It's the same time, but on Wednesday instead of Thursday. All right, Troy Mitchell is the quarterback. On a 1st and 10 from his own 25. Man in motion. Spearman. Robinson, near side, quick throw to him. He's got the grab. He's put down at the 34-yard line. Just shy of the first down. There's a flag on the play.
I think that's going to be an offsides on Cyrus Jones. He was coming on a corner blitz, and I think they caught him.
Offsides, defense, number 5. Penalty is declined. 2nd down.
Indeed, it was on Cyrus. So the 9-yard gainer, it'll be a 2nd down and a yard. Football at the 33-yard line. Shotgun, Troy Mitchell. 2 men in the slot right. Fakes it to one, then holds it and swings it out left. Caught by Ramsey. He'll go up the left sideline. He is shoved out of bounds by Cyrus and a late hit. A late hit on Alabama. And this is going to give the Catamounts even more yardage as they went out of bounds at the 50. Cyrus Jones hit him first. Couldn't stop him. Then along came Trey DePriest.
After the play was over, personal foul. Defense, number 33. The penalty is 15 yards from the end of the run. 1st down.
So Trey DePriest, a little over anxious and over excessive after Cyrus Jones just about got the man out of bounds.
Yeah, and that was an unfortunate call for Trey DePriest, but he's running full speed, and he wasn't sure if the back was out of bounds yet, but nevertheless, he was on the white.
From the 39-yard line of Alabama, 1st and 10. Quarterback on the shotgun snap, throws far side, incomplete. Right there was Darius Ramsey, but so too was Cyrus Jones, and Ramsey heard those footsteps coming. Would have been the 15th reception of the year for Darius Ramsey had he held on. It'll be a 2nd down and 10 now for the Catamounts.
And this offense relies on the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly out to the edges away from where Alabama has their dominant front. This front four comprised of 4 biggins.
Troy Mitchell, straight drop, stands there, looks, everybody's covered. He gets away from the Bama D. He runs it upfield across the 40 down to the 36-yard line. He'll pick up a couple or 3 before Reggie Ragland came through. Bama had guys penetrating on defense, led by Ryan Anderson, but Troy Mitchell managed to get away. Still only picks up 3 on the play.
Sets up this 3rd and 7. Of course, Alabama brings in their extra defensive backs. They're in their dime package.
6 DBs. The Catamounts 2 of 5 in 3rd down conversions. 2 wides to the left, 1 wide right. Pressure up the middle. Here comes the throw, and it's off the fingertips of the diving Spearman Robinson at around the 23-yard line. Landon Collins, though, came shooting in on a blitz off the near side and nearly got to the quarterback, Troy Mitchell, who had to throw it early.
Yeah, Bama dialed up their pressure. Eddie Jackson in the coverage, and Coach Mark Spear is going to call for a long field goal here, it looks like.
Christian Jones is going back, as though he is going to punt. Yep, it's going to be Destry Barnwell coming in to punt. He'll put toe to leather at around the Alabama 46-yard line, kicking it left to right as you listen. Bama leads 17-7. Barnwell will slice this one. It is fielded and touched and put down by Carnoris Benson at the 6-yard line. So Alabama will be starting deep in their own territory. Nicely done on a 30-yard punt and no return. Timeout, 17-7, Bama over the Catamounts, middle of the second quarter. This is the Crimson Tide Sports Network from Learfield Sports. Welcome back, everybody, as the $1 Million Band is entertaining here during this timeout. Alabama leads 17-7. They've got the football starting at their own 6. Don't forget, after the game, Tyler Watts and Todd Robbins and the Crimson Tide post-game party from Wings U in the Midtown Village on McFarland Boulevard here in Tuscaloosa. If you've never been, you need to swing by and check it out. One of Bob Baumhauer's wonderful restaurants. The pizzas, the coal-fired pizzas, all sorts of great things to eat and drink. And, of course, be part of the radio show with Tyler Watts and Todd Robbins. Bob Baumhauer's Victory Grill, Midtown Village here in Tuscaloosa, coming up after Phil and Chris and Tom and I wrap up here at the stadium. 1st and 10 from the 6-yard line. Alabama now coming to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the last time Bama had their hands on the ball, they had one pass and a bunch of runs. It was an attitude drive, and let's see what they can do here with 94 yards of real estate out in front of them.
Brian Vogler, one of 2 wides going to the right side. Brian, of course, a tight end by trade. Near side, Cam Sims. Christian Jones in motion, backfield, handoff Derrick Henry. He goes upfield, out across the 10, lost the ball after he was down. The head linesman was right there, quickly pointing to the turf as though the play was dead. Indeed it was when Derrick Henry let loose of the ball.
The ruling on the field was that the runner was down prior to losing possession. The previous play is under further review.
And we are welcoming you back as we are told by referee Ken Williamson that the last play was under review. It looked to me as though, well, let's see here. Looks like it's going to be a fumble recovered by Western Carolina. The ball is definitely out before Derrick Henry is down. Looking at the replay, looks like Christian Gill, the middle linebacker, punched the ball out before Derrick Henry was down, Phil. Looks that way to me.
Yeah, Derrick Henry was lunging forward, was actually airborne, and that ball definitely is coming out.
So it's going to be...
And the unfortunate part for Alabama is instead of it being punched and going out of bounds, the 2 players ended up rolling on top of it, and Western Carolina gained possession before it went out of bounds. So it's going to be their football on the probably the 12-yard line or so.
About the 12. Every angle we look at it, regretfully, nothing's changing. It was loose before he hits the ground, and the ball came out behind Derrick Henry and Christian Gill, the man who had tackled him. And they are taking notes already downstairs. They're exactly going to get them all set. It's going to be Catamount ball, I'm pretty sure, going the other way. It was recovered by John Macbeth, the junior defensive end from Greensboro, North Carolina. Didn't play last week because of an injury. But he played here, and they are taking notes. That when the side judge starts writing stuff down, that means it's going to be more than just, yeah, the call was correct, keep going. This is going to be when the clock has to be and where the ball should be spotted. So it's going to be Catamount football.
Well, this certainly is not the kind of performance that Nick Saban was looking for. He wanted it to be clean and crisp. Unfortunately, Bama's had an interception, a fumble, a couple key mistakes on defense allowed Western Carolina to take their first drive of the game down for a score, and we're sitting here 10 minutes through the second quarter, or remaining in the second quarter, with a 17-7 ball game.
Here's referee Ken Williamson to give us what I'm sure will be bad news for Bama
After further review, the runner lost possession of the ball prior to contacting the ground. It was recovered by the defense. Therefore, it's 1st and 10 for Western Carolina at the 12-yard line. Please reset the clock to 10 minutes and 46 seconds.
So going to reset the clock, as you heard. You can hear the wind buffeting the microphone of Ken Williamson. Of course, it's getting towards nightfall here, and it's also a cloudy afternoon. So now the Alabama defense being called upon to rally to their full height. Detrez Newsome is the running back. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 12, heading towards the end zone to our right. Troy Mitchell, shotgun, Newsome to his right. Play action fake, Mitchell throws, near side, knocked away, no. Held on to for a touchdown by Spearman Robinson. Eddie Jackson thought he had knocked it away. Spearman Robinson on the fade route over top of the 6'4" or 6 foot tall defender against the 6'5" receiver. Touchdown, Catamounts.
Yeah, and again, Robinson with that height at 6'4", 205 pounds. He's able to elevate on the back shoulder fade for an apparent touchdown. I think the officials will take a look at this one, though, as well.
Well, his legs are in, his feet are in. It would have been good in the National Football League as long as he held on to the ball, and I did not see any reason to say otherwise. Richard Sigmund is in to attempt the extra point now for the Catamounts. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Well, Alabama now leads 17-14 in one of these games that you just hate the feeling of. This is one of those games where everybody kind of figured Bama would be up by 30 at this point and cruising on in, but so far the Catamounts are hanging tough. We are back. The Bromberg's Rolex scoring drive, one play, 12 yards, 9 seconds. And Alabama's lead has been cut to 17-14 against the Catamounts of Western Carolina.
Well, I tell you, Eli, we got to take care of business here this afternoon, but I can promise you that the Auburn Nation, with Duke Williams and Sammy Coates as their receivers, they're watching this one and saying, we like this matchup, because Spearman Robinson has made several outstanding plays here this afternoon. Stands 6'4", 205 pounds, and that's been an Achilles heel in this Bama defense in terms of the consistency of being able to slow down or stop that fade stop route on the outside.
Now the kickoff. A rolling, bouncing kick taken by O.J. Howard across the way. He'll get put down as he goes laterally at the 31-yard line, and that's where Alabama will start, 1st and 10.
Well, this is where Lane Kiffin's going to gather his troops and say, look it, guys, we're the better team. This is ridiculous in nature. Let's go out and execute with the run and the pass, stay ahead of these sticks, and go put a touchdown on the board.
Is this just a post-Bulldog letdown? Is that, what's to be thought of as a 1st and 10 play coming up here from the 31-yard line? Here's Blake Sims. Play action fake. Looks, throws, wide open. Cam Sims. He's got it across the 50, down to the Catamount 46. The Sims squared combination, and a 1st down throw for Alabama.
Well, that's that deep crossing route. One receiver going over the top, Cam Sims coming underneath, and Blake Sims let it develop through a strike out there, and Tyron Jones makes his first appearance of the afternoon.
That was a 22-yard pickup on the play. Tyron Jones now in at tailback. In the slot left is Jalston Fowler. Right side, you've got the tight end Brian Vogler in the slot. Wideouts are in tight against the formation. Sims, play action, rolls right, looks, fakes, pulls it down. Everybody's covered. Blake gets outside the defense and throws it up the sideline incomplete. In the general area was Cam Sims, who busted off the route and went to the sidelines to try and help his quarterback, but everybody was covered.
That was a shot play, and Ardarius Stewart actually ran made a double move and was behind the Western Carolina defense, but Blake had already come off of him, didn't see it. You could hear the crowd respond as they saw number 13 break free in the end zone, but by that time the play had broken down and Blake Sims throws it away.
Chris Black is in, Robert Foster is in, Ardarius Stewart is in. Fowler, the running back to the right of his quarterback, gets the handoff, lowers his head, lowers his shoulders, and there's a flag down as he gets to the 42-yard line.
Illegal formation, offense, more than 4 players lined up in the backfield. 5-yard penalty, repeat, second down.
You heard Brian Vogler yelling there in the background to his teammates to get with the program. He slapped his gloved hands together and then yelled. That's who that was. Now Bama again with 2 wides left and 1 to the right. Second down and 15. Off the far hash mark, Blake Sims stands in, looks, fires, complete across the middle. Chris Black just hung right in there, made a grab. He gets 14 of the 15 yards. It'll be a second down and 1 coming up.
Yeah, we hadn't seen much of Chris Black today, but he gets into the offense in that 3 wide receiver set, runs the inside slant, and makes a nice grab, sets up a manageable 3rd and 2 here for Alabama.
That was his 8th reception of the year. On the 3rd and a yard and a half now. On the give, Jalston Fowler, he goes left, will not get the first down. He's not going to get there. Meanwhile, face first, Cam Robinson and a player for Western Carolina and Jalston Fowler. All are down on the field. The Catamount player gets up, but Cam Robinson and Jalston Fowler are both face down on the turf at the 39, 38, and 37-yard lines as they are sprawled out. Jalston did not get the first down. It would be 4th and about a yard, and timeout's going to be taken while everybody tends to their respective injured players. So why don't we tell you that at this moment,
well, this is the biggest play of the game right here. At 4th and 2, Bama up 17-14, have to maintain possession. 8:48 left in this second quarter, keep this drive alive. And of course, Western Carolina on the other side trying to stay in what would be obviously a monumental upset if they can hang with Alabama.
They're going to move Austin Shepard over to the left side of the line as the handoff to Henry is up the middle. First down, Alabama, easily galloping through the defense to the 31-yard line. So with all of those body shuffles, they moved Austin Shepard over to the left side. Dominic Jackson now comes out.
Well, that's how you respond against a smallish front 7. You give it to the biggest player on your offense, Derrick Henry.
Here now is Sims, rolling right, throwing down low off the fingertips, incomplete at the 11-yard line. Looking for Ardarius Stewart. He had it in his hands, then off the end of his fingers, and again off the fingertips, and then it hit the grass. Incomplete at around 11-yard line.
That's that design dash pass or sprint to the right pass for Blake Sims, and threw a little bit behind Ardarius Stewart, who was unable to make the grab.
8 minutes, 16 seconds remaining until halftime. Alabama leads 17-14 over Western Carolina. Pistol formation, play action to Tyron Jones. Sims rolls right, throws. Christian Jones incomplete over his head in the end zone. Grayson Jordan was there on the coverage. That's the son of Brian Jordan, a name that fans know from the major leagues. Bama now 2 of 4 in third down conversions. Looking at a 3rd and 10 play from the 33 of the Catamounts. Heading towards the end zone to our left. 2 wides right, 2 to the left. Sims, straight drop. Looks, throws, wide open. Ardarius has it. First down to the 15-yard line. Almost darn near overran that pass, but he's got it for a first down to the 15.
Well, I tell you, Blake Sims working with a different set of receivers here. Probably not as many reps with Ardarius Stewart as Amari Cooper, and that ball was behind him, but he reached back and plucked it out of midair. Exceptional catch by the young player out of Fultondale.
Tyron Jones now in at running back again. 2 wides to the near side. Christian Jones and Ardarius Stewart. Cam Sims is wide right. Blake Sims in the shotgun, and again, he has Tyron Jones to his right. Blake Sims backs pedal. Takes a 3-step drop. Everybody's covered. He's got running room to the right, to the 15, to the 10. Cuts inside a tackler and lunges forward to the 7-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the play. It'll be a second down and 2. Blake Sims making something where nothing existed.
Well, Blake Sims, a guy that Reese Davis now calls Big Hero 6. He escaped the pocket once again with no receivers open downfield and was able to squirt through, pick up 8 yards, and now Alabama looking at 2nd and 2 inside the 10-yard line.
10th play of the drive upcoming for the Crimson Tide. O.J. Howard at the right side of the line, the tight end. 2 wides left, 1 wide right. Again, Tyron Jones to the right of his quarterback. He gets the handoff. Tyron comes left, turns it up. He is in. Touchdown, Alabama! Ardarius Stewart and Ari Kwanjo threw some nice blocks. And Tyron Jones gets his 2nd touchdown as a Crimson Tider.
Well, give credit to Blake Sims for the previous play scramble for 8. And then Tyron Jones shows the vision, the instincts. He literally went in untouched, but he guided his way through those blockers and tacklers to get into the end zone.
Gunnar Raybon with the extra point try. They came calling, trying to block it, but they could not. The kick is up and good, and Alabama now stretches their lead to 24-14. 6 minutes, 44 seconds remaining in the opening half. We are back. The Bromberg's Rolex scoring drive. 10 plays, 69 yards, 3 minutes, 57 seconds, and the kick by J.K. Scott. Taken by Stephon Hill, and he'll take a knee a yard deep in the end zone. And the Catamounts will be starting 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Of course, the Catamounts, if you're not familiar, from the Southern Conference, that's Chattanooga themselves, Samford, Wofford, the Citadel, Furman, Mercer, and VMI. Of course, Samford is playing at Auburn today.
It's a very competitive league. It's a good conference within the FCS level.
Detrez Newsome, the running back, the tight end, Tyler Sexton in motion. Here's the give to Newsome, runs up the middle and runs in to Dalvin Tomlinson in the Alabama D. Between Tomlinson and Brandon Ivory, stacking him up for a loss of a yard. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 2nd down and 11.
Eli going back to that kickoff, I tell you, and it's not necessarily relevant now, but down the road, J.K. Scott making quite a name for himself as a punter and combination kickoff guy. He's got a bright future.
He does, and he did that in high school. He was a kicker and punter in Colorado. Here's the snap. Play action. Troy Mitchell comes near side, loads one up and throws for Spearman Robinson. It's incomplete. Went through his hands with Landon Collins and Eddie Jackson on the combined coverage. But again, he was there. Just couldn't hook up with his quarterback, but he had beaten 2 Bama defenders.
Yeah, I tell you, Spearman Robinson's been a lot to get a hold of here this afternoon. He was behind the Alabama D, and with that ball being a little more accurate, that would have been a big-time hookup.
The Catamounts are 2 of 7 in 3rd down conversions. Here's a 3rd down and a 10.5 from their own 25. Pressure. Quarterback throws, tipped in the air, incomplete. Cyrus Jones came over to cover Carnoris Benson and got his hands on that one to tip it away at about the 30-yard line. So now a good 3 and out by the Bama defense. Good effort there. And the Catamounts will have to kick this one away. 5th punt of the afternoon.
Yeah, Bama got what the doctor ordered there with the 3 and out by the defense. Let's see if they can do something with this punt return. But regardless, Bama should end up with excellent field position.
And again, as you explained earlier, 2 men are back, Cyrus Jones and Christian Jones. The kick. That's a boomer right there. Cyrus Jones goes back to the 28, makes the grab, comes near side, splits the couple of tackles, and a block in the back behind the play. Couple of guys are jawing. Ardarius Stewart is going to be guilty back there. And the flags came flying. You know, it doesn't matter whether it was college or the pros. You rarely ever see a kickoff nowadays without a flag.
During the return, blocking the back, receiving team, number 13. The penalty is 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
You see it in the NFL all the time, here too.
Yeah, kickoffs, punts, punt returns,
yeah.
Kickoff returns, and shoot in the NFL now, Eli, it's almost every pass, it feels like, with the contact fouls that they have called very tightly this year at the next level.
Referee's microphone is still on. That's the noise you hear as the wind buffets his microphone at the field level. 1st and 10 now, Bama from their own 23. With a single setback, they'll work out of the pistol formation. Play action, Sims, near side roll, throw, catch at the 30. Cam Sims makes a diving stop after a 7-yard gainer. It'll be a 2nd down and 3. Tyron Jones, the single setback for Alabama, to whom they have been doing the play action here lately.
And Cam Robinson is not in the game. Austin Shepard shifting from right tackle to left tackle in his place.
2 wides right. Cam Sims to the near side. Jones and Ardarius Stewart are across the way. Tyron Jones remains the running back, lined up to the left of his quarterback. On a 2nd and 3 from the 30, the give to Tyron. He'll go right side, 1st down run, turns it upfield, heads to the far sideline. He's got more than the 1st down. He's up across the 40 to the 43-yard line. And another Bama player injured. This is Ardarius Stewart. Ardarius Stewart is injured. He got up, tried to hop off the field, went down again, and now putting no weight. Well, now he is on his left foot, but awkwardly walking with his arms around the trainers. My goodness, there are guys dropping everywhere here today for Bama.
It really has been, and Chris Black will check into the lineup in his place. So this is Chris Black and Cam Sims on the field together with Brian Vogler and O.J. Howard at the tight end spots.
1st and 10, Bama from their own 42-yard line. Alabama leads 24-14, nearing halftime. Here's Sims, loads up, throws across. O.J. Howard reaching out, extending his body, and pulling in the pass for a 1st down at the 31-yard line. What a grab by O.J., his 10th, making his 11th reception of the year, and not a prettier 26-yard gainer than that one that you'll see anywhere.
Yeah, I really expected O.J. to have a big-time year this season. It hasn't really happened for him, but that time he went elevated, and Alabama now in business inside the 35.
Now he's wide left on a 1st and 10. Sims flayed route into the end zone, knocked away. Alabama had Chris Black going down along with O.J. Howard. Lots of coverage. Keon Crossan, the true freshman cornerback, there to bust that one up. But Bama went for it.
Yeah, Bama tried to send 2 receivers deep, one on the outside, one down the seam, and the outside corner, as he's taught, will fall off to the inside route, was able to knock that ball away.
Alabama leads 24-14. 4:15 to go until halftime. Here now, the give. Tyron Jones, right side he goes. And now there's a Western Carolina player who is down. And grabbing at his knee, it's Trey Morgan. Down to the 18-yard line, down to the 28-yard line went that run.
I'll tell you, Eli, this Tyron Jones, he's got legit quickness, and you can see the burst, the acceleration, the vision. He's a very natural runner. He's low to the ground. I think he's got a really bright career ahead of him here at Alabama.
He does. He's a good one. As a senior, he ran for 1,845 yards and 18 touchdowns. As a junior, he ran for 2,375 yards and 33 touchdowns. The injured Catamount player walks off, while Alabama's Jalston Fowler returns after he was banged up earlier in the ball game. Bama looking at a 3rd and 5 now with 4:01 remaining until halftime. The Tide 3 of 5 in 3rd down conversions. Here's the give. Right up the middle, Tyron Jones. He'll get close, but he'll be short of the 1st down. At least it seems from our angle. Looks like he's short by about a yard as they unpile.
And with that call on 3rd down, it's apparent that Nick Saban had told Lane Kiffin, look, you've got 2 downs here to move the chains.
They're going to bring the chains in. Again, we've got a fairly odd angle to try and spot this one. So they'll bring the chains on the far sideline to just shy of those far hash marks. Not much of a trot for the chain gang. And they'll spread the chain. And Ken Williamson looks over top of it, and he will show it being short by about half the length of a football. So Alabama going to go for it certainly on 4th and short in deep, leading 24-14 late in the first half of play. Don't forget, coming up, the Full Moon Barbecue halftime report. Tom Roberts will be hosting that as always. Tom?
All the scores, all the stats. We'll talk with Tyler Watson. They'll crown a homecoming queen here at halftime as well.
That's all coming up. Again, the Bama offensive line. Remember, Austin Shepard over on the left side. Grant Hill being shown at right tackle. Bama 1 of 1 on 4th downs today. Here's Sims. Henry kicks it outside. He's got running room to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! Touchdown, Alabama. The Catamounts sold out in the middle, and they left the left side wide open. Derrick Henry says thank you, and the Bama fans cheering in Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, Alabama was going to run a basic lead play to the weak side of their offensive line. Derrick Henry kicks it out to the perimeter, takes it the rest of the way and into the house. Bama now up top 30-14.
24-yard touchdown run. Gunnar Raybon with the extra point. It is up, and it is good. So here in the second quarter, the Crimson Tide getting down to business pretty much. Derrick Henry, a 24-yard run, and Alabama now takes a 31-14 lead over the Catamounts. So officially a 23-yard touchdown run for Derrick Henry. The Bromberg's Rolex scoring drive, 7 plays, 77 yards in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Well, Eli, after the turnover deep in their own territory and the subsequent touchdown by Western Carolina to draw to within 17-14, Alabama seems to have hit the alarm clock. They're now awake, and they've now responded with 2 touchdowns, and they're on top 31-14. 3:16 left in the second quarter.
J.K. Scott kicks it away. Stephon Hill across the way. Lets it go past him for the touchback. And another nice pick right there by J.K. Scott, who, by the way, last week was named a semifinalist on the Ray Guy list as one of the top punters in America. And, you know, again, this is one of those interesting stories. We've said it before. We've told it before. But so many folks were skeptical when he came out of high school because he was from Denver, where, you know, the air is so thin. A lot of things go far. I'm a good golfer in Denver, Colorado. You know what I'm saying? But he's the real deal.
Well, he can hit every club in the Rocky Mountain Range or at sea level. J.K. Scott's been one of the real MVPs of this Alabama team in 2014.
Troy Mitchell, empty backfield. He'll keep it himself. Sends everybody scattering and goes up the middle from the 25 to the 27 before Jaron Reed stops him with help from Trey DePriest, a 2-yard pickup on the play for Troy Mitchell. Again, he has 4 games in which he has rushed for 100 yards or more this season. Now a 2nd and 7. Mitchell, quick screen, far side. Catch is made, nowhere to go. Carnoris Benson quickly surrounded by Trey DePriest and a host of teammates. Nick Perry was there, Reggie Ragland was there, and it's now a 3rd down on 7 upcoming.
Well, Alabama did a very good job of pursuing to the football. Reggie Ragland, again, that speed from the inside backer position. He runs to the perimeter, makes a big hit.
2 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the second quarter. 3rd down play for the Catamounts. Wideouts, 1 to the right, 1 to the left, 2 to the right. Running back alongside. Pressure. Ball's thrown up the near side, and nobody's home. That time the quarterback, Troy Mitchell, just had to unload that one. He thought he saw pressure coming and the blitz off the edges with Jonathan Allen and others, and he just said, here, have the football.
Well, with that stop, another 3 and out. Alabama's got a chance to get this football back with a little under 2 minutes left. All 3 timeouts available, so this would be a good opportunity to put another score on the board before halftime.
Cyrus Jones across the way. Christian Jones to the near side. Set to field the punt. It's boomed away. It goes far side and bounces out of bounds at around the 42-43. We'll see where they spot it exactly. It'll be at the 43-yard line, so Bama will be starting from their own, a 31-yard punt and no return. Again, folks, remember 3:30 next Saturday. Our broadcast coverage of the Iron Bowl. Alabama and Auburn. Coverage starts at 3:30 right here from Bryant-Denny Stadium. And also remember the Nick Saban Show. And Hey Coach, this week will be Wednesday nights instead of Thursday because of the Thanksgiving holiday. Now on the 1st and 10, handoff Derrick Henry up the middle. He'll go from the 43 out to the 48-yard line, a 5-yard pickup, much of it in the grasp of Christian Gill, the middle linebacker.
If Alabama can just move the chains here, they got more than enough time, more than enough plays to get down into scoring territory.
2 wides left, 1 right. Sims straight drop, looks and throws. O.J. Howard with the grab. The tight end's got a 1st down to the 45 of Western Carolina.
Anytime you throw the ball in a 2-minute situation, you really want to throw it beyond the stick so that when your receiver catches it, it momentarily stops the clock for 1st down rather than being tackled beneath the sticks and having to use one of your timeouts.
Cam Sims, Christian Jones near side, 2 wides right as well. Here's Christian across the formation. He'll make the grab and go for a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down to the 35. Just came all the way across the field on the crossing routes to make that grab.
Yeah, well executed play, a little shallow cross from Christian Jones, and Blake Sims threw it in front of him so he could catch and run with it and get to the corner and get the ball beyond the sticks and pick up the 1st down.
Chris Black and Christian Jones near side. Derrick Henry, the running back. Right side, Cam Sims is the wideout. Alabama's players now looking to the near side. They get the signals relayed in from Parker Barano, from Alec Morris and others. Here's Sims, drops back, loads up, looks, throws, caught at the 10-yard line. Chris Black, he had a man on his back, but despite Keon Crossan hanging on, Chris Black makes a beautiful grab at the 10-yard line, and Alabama's knocking at the door again. It'll be 1st and goal from there.
Well, every time Chris Black gets an opportunity, it sure seems like he makes a play.
Now Sims in the backfield, gets the snap, rolls right, throws, end zone, knocked away off Cam Sims' hands. I think it went through his hands and hit him in the chest. Despite the fact that there was a defensive back there, when they look at the film, I might suggest it went right through Cam's hands and bounced off the number 7 in the middle of his chest. Ardarius Stewart going to the Alabama locker room. Seems to be walking okay, but remember, he came off the field earlier tonight, so he walks to the Bama locker room. 2nd and goal, Bama from the 9 of the Catamounts. Late first half. Blake Sims looks over the top. Derrick Henry got the grab out of the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. Derrick Henry on the reception, 9 yards and a touchdown.
Well executed play that time by Alabama. Derrick Henry goes out of the backfield. He runs what they call an angle route. Starts off to his outside, then broke it back across the face of the inside linebacker. Blake Sims waits for it to develop, throws a catchable ball, and Alabama now sitting pretty at 37-14.
Gunnar Raybon in again for an extra point. He is up and good. And the Crimson Tide will pad their lead to 38-14. And you called it, Phil, that there was plenty of time for that to happen. It was 6 plays on the Bromberg's Rolex scoring drive, 57 yards in 1 minute and 6 seconds. And Alabama now comfortably on top, 38-14. Just kind of took a while to get this baby
the Catamounts woke up the Crimson Tide. They cat scratched them early here at 17-14, but Alabama certainly responded, and I'm sure that game control meter with the College Football Playoff Committee is beginning to trend up now.
And Chris Stewart is smiling broadly down on the field. Chris, you don't have to approach the coach after a tight first half.
Yeah. Well, he's down there putting on his hazardous hazmat gear, complete with a netting or at least some sort of mask in front of him.
Well, I'm sure the coach will have things to dislike, but he is breathing a bit easier with a 38-14 lead. All right, again, J.K. Scott to kick it off to Detrez Newsome and Stephon Hill. This time Hill is closest to our near side, and Newsome is to the far side. Last few times it's been flip-flopped the other way around. A shorter kick. Newsome from the 2 to the 10. Angles to the far sideline. Gets hit as he crosses the 20. Dylan Lee, the lead tackler there on special teams for Alabama. Don't forget, folks, the Full Moon Barbecue halftime report coming up shortly. Tom Roberts will take you through that, and of course we'll have the second half. But yes, coming up before halftime as the half expires, our visit with Coach Saban. So we'll be getting together down in the end zone. Troy Mitchell is the quarterback. They work out of the pistol formation. On the give, Ramsey up the middle of the 25. Xavier Dixon is there to make the stop. They'll say officially a 4-yard pickup. Clock down to 30 seconds remaining.
That's going to be it for this half, I would think.
I would assume so. They'll go into the locker room. The Catamounts will. Down 38-14. We've got 15 seconds in the period. Again, a handoff. Ramsey spins into the Alabama defense, gets a yard to the 26. Again, Xavier Dixon, and that is going to do it for 1 period of play. 1 half of play is in the books. 38-14. Alabama over Western Carolina. I don't mind telling you, Phil, I was going through some fingernails up here early.